video of.
You should.
She said, well, your girl D'Yella Danielle.
So what was you finna say?
So everyone, this is hydrocortisone cream. It's the HEB brand. My face is breaking out because of a mask. But anyway, remember one time about the Benadryl one, the name brand cream?
No, you can't.
But I worked at a dental office. And so I was going to go brush my teeth after eating. Why I brushed my teeth with the Benadryl cream? I'm like, it's not foaming up. And I just kept brushing. And my mouth was a little tingly and numb for a little bit.
Okay.
Because it looks like toothpaste. And it also looks like
you give off the toothpaste.
Yeah, it looks like lubricant apparently to him too. I never. You what you said you thought it was?
Well, I mean,
or Vagisil? Is it Vagisil?
No, I didn't go that far. We could just stick. This is nasty. This is getting nasty. It's on the meat.
It's for Mike and more irritation, but
well,
my back.
What's wrong with your back?
My body hurt. I've been working out.
Oh, I did see that. I did see that.
I try to be fat.
You're not fat.
Okay, Tim.
It's just not.
I'm 5'5" and 200 pounds. I'm morbidly obese on the chart.
You don't look 200 pounds.
I know, but I don't want to just go by the weight because I know people carry it differently. Yeah. But I do need to drop.
You're a lot taller than what you're saying. You seem a lot taller than 5'5".
Oh, my head.
Because you walk with your,
I do walk with my head up and my shoulders back and have a big head, but excuse me, I do want to drop some weight. I want to get down back to like 170.
Right.
5. That's like my comfort. We just good. Right. So I drop a good 20-something pounds.
That's not a hard thing to do.
It's not. I did it before. I lost 40 pounds in August, September, October, November, December, 5 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was dedication.
That's really good.
That was dedication.
That's really, really good.
But
I guess we're coming to you guys on a nice chilly day in Austin. God damn, man.
Again.
Oh my God. So I got a feeling that this is that last week.
It better be.
We were supposed to get this like the end of February, but we didn't get it. We got this weather. And then like this week was like, oh, look at me. I want to be a co-friend. I want to come through. So it's only supposed to last a couple of days. Like, but it's like cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot.
Right.
And then it's just like, all right, I know is gonna be sick as a dog.
Sick. Not me.
Dog. Sick as a dog.
Hopefully not
but
me.
We are springing forward an hour, thank God. Oh my God.
When you get old, you need daylight so I can feel like I got time. Because when it gets dark, I'm ready to go to bed. You know me, I be old lady.
Yeah, you do be in the bed. Super old. But yeah. I've always like having longer days. Because for me as a kid, that meant I got to stay outside longer.
Oh.
So of course, like if the sun is setting at like 9. And I was out till 9.
Oh, that's good. I can't wait.
That means I got to go home. When I came in the house, that means I got to watch The Simpsons at 9.
Oh yeah. Was it after the news or was it before the news? Forgot.
Oh no, it's after the news, so 10.
Yeah.
So news at 9. And then I would take a bath, eat my food real quick, get in the bed, watch The Simpsons. I fell asleep. And then after that was Family Guy. And then
that's the life. Did American Dad come on after that?
Probably.
Or that was like a Sunday. I think it was
Sunday. That was Sunday. Yeah, that's real.
I could watch none of that. None of that I could watch.
As a kid, I was watching it because I didn't have cable in my room. So
we didn't have cable either, but I told my mama, she was like, The Simpsons are bad. I'm like, Mom, they're funny, they're good. The one episode we had her watch, I think Bart cussed and got in trouble.
Oh my God.
And so of course I was like, yep, the one episode, see, you don't need to be watching this. I was like, oh, whatever. But I was gonna say
until I got cable.
certain states don't do the daylight savings time. They voted. Yes, you can vote. I think Texas tried to do it a couple years ago. You can vote to not change it. You can just keep it the same.
Yeah, no, we need that.
We
need longer days.
We do, but let's keep it this way and not change it in the fall. That's what I mean. You just keep it.
Like not change it back.
Right, you don't change it back. I think you can by state. It's dependent on the state if they want to change it or not. But when we go back in fall, I hate that.
I absolutely hate it.
It takes me like a couple weeks to be like, why is it dark?
It just makes me mad because it's just like
my life is over. I can't do nothing.
Yeah, it's all gloomy outside. I'm not trying to. The weather's changing. Yeah. It's gloomy outside. I'm not trying to deal with that.
I'm excited though. I can't wait for it to stay warm. I don't want it to be hot.
And it's festival season. Are you doing anything for South by? Are you leaving? You're gonna be in the street.
No, I'm gonna be here.
Wait, I thought you was gonna be on a plane. I thought you.
Cancun's the end of the month, which I'm not doing. That was gonna be the end of the month, but South by is this week and the week after, and if we trying to go eat some crawfish, I'm gonna be here.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that.
I didn't know y'all also be down for the crawfish. I'm like, let me find out. I was like, do y'all eat crawfish? Because
yeah, I'll get down with
I tears it up. So let me ask you a question. Have you always ate crawfish?
Since I was a teenager, yeah.
Your family made it?
Yeah, my uncle did.
Because I wondered, no one in my family eats crawfish other than my brother. But my brother started eating it when he moved to Houston back in like 2008. He moved there. And in Houston, it's a lot bigger there when they do crawfish stuff, especially for the Black culture. I feel like they do it here.
Right. So my uncle moved to Houston.
Okay.
And when I would go and stay with him, months, weeks at a time, they would do crawfish, they do crab, they do all types of stuff, shrimp and grits, all that stuff. So it's like I'm familiar with all of that stuff.
4 years ago, I got into crawfish. 4 years ago.
Oh.
My niece, she graduated from college and she told my brother, she's like, hey, I want a big crawfish boil. So I remember I went and my brother had like pounds and pounds and he had so much food. Yeah. So when I went, they had like these big platters.
Yeah.
And one of my cousins, she was there and she's a small little thing, but her platter was like piled up and I went to sit down. I had like a good handful. She was like, no, you're going to need more. And I was like, I am. And then I figured it out. They were a good enough size, but you have to eat enough and get potatoes and get the corn. Like you gotta eat. I'm like,
some work.
I didn't know. And then like, I didn't know how to like break them and do, but now.
Oh yeah, I get down with a
crawfish. Give me some gloves though. At least give me some gloves.
Oh yeah, because I like to touch my face. So
and these nails, I'll be like, ooh, give me my stuff, but let me be ready. I would have a whole bib.
Nails, you know what? Never mind.
These are my nails though.
Those are your real nails.
These are my nails. They just put the overlay over them.
Oh yeah, those. Oh, okay.
Let me tell you, I'm the prize. I got real nails, real hair, real skin.
Everybody has real hair and real nails. They might be stubs, but some people got.
Yes, but these nails be long. I mean, like. But anyway, cool. So crawfish, yay.
Danielle, you know. Let me tell you something. You are one of the most driest texters I know.
What did I do
now? Your texting etiquette is so. It'd be so.
What did I do?
It just. I'll look back at some of our conversations. And it just be so dry.
What I be saying? I don't think they're.
A couple of weeks ago, I told you stop texting me like a coworker.
But what did I do to text like a coworker?
It's just how you word things. Good morning.
When did I say good morning?
I don't know. A couple of weeks ago.
Weeks ago. But I ain't saying nothing. whatever. I be in work mode, I guess. But
I think that's what it is. I think like you text how you work. So I think like
possibly, but then no,
like you were a little loose today. Okay, in the group chat, you was a little loose
because
today.
I ain't had nothing to do. I'm telling y'all, today at work, I was just on that clock.
You was just milking it. You was milking the clock.
Yeah, I was doing my job at like 9:20.
What?
It's a long story, but like there's like daily work to do, but
right.
because we're short staffed, another part of my job, another group of people are doing that because we're short staffed. I do two different things. So I got done with what I'm doing and I could be doing my other job, but I'm not going to do it right now because they're doing it. So, because we're still short staffed, but we getting it done. So, and the new girl, she's pretty much trained. So I don't have to like really be on her. I'm kind of letting her do stuff.
Let her get a.
So pretty much, I'm like half of a person in each department.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not a full person in each department. So today I kept checking the emails. I done listened to so many podcasts and videos on YouTube. I learned how to make bath bombs. I done learned how to do stuff for my butt. I'm trying to build my butt up, exercises.
Daniel, why are you trying to build your butt up?
We talked about this when we was at the hookah spot. I'm trying to have an under butt. So some girls like they have like a butt, right. But like so my butt goes like this. It like kind of it starts up high and then it just goes into my leg. I want it to be like a bubble. I need to go all the way curve, not curve, go down. What is it? Is it a comma? It's like a comma.
That's a question mark. That's a question mark.
Or that's a question. Yeah, question mark. Or like a, it just kind of curves, but then it kind of goes down.
Yeah. Jesus.
I need to build the underbutt, but people tell me I need to do like hip thrusts.
Yeah, you got to
lunges.
You got to get in there.
So
squats.
And you got to like, lift heavy and stuff. So I was like,
you got to do bulk lifting. Yeah, you might have to do some deadlifting in there. Get those thighs.
Yeah, but right now we're just trying to stay consistent, drop some of this weight. I stuff my face with food.
But if you build muscle, you're gonna gain more weight.
Oh yeah, you are. But so when you're gaining muscle though too, your fat has to get out the way because you have muscle. Yeah. So that's what they do say, like cardio is good, but if you work on lifting weights and then keep adding to it, you're actually burning more calories. And I've been to the gym enough to see people, they don't be on that treadmill. I worked at the gym with Marion Jones, the track lady.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She was there? I don't want to say where she at. I feel like I'm putting her on blast, but I don't know if people gonna find her or nothing. But one of the gyms that I went to, she was in there, and I was just jogging. I had seen her. I'm like, she looks really familiar. And then I saw this really old man go talk to her. I was like, they recognized her. And then I'm like, none of these young people don't even know who this is.
Yeah, she was a beast.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
She never. Okay, let me take that back. She wasn't on a treadmill. She never gets on no machines. Everything she does, she be in that little studio room, doing like all these different like stuff, and then she'll go and do like crunches and all, but she's never on no machines. Yeah, she does
like calisthenics. So like she does like different things, and that is very, very beneficial because utilizing your own weight is like
right. She's still fit.
She's so ripped up. Like
she's still very fit.
Like, she's got like abs. And they're like individual.
Right. She's obviously older too, but she was working out by me, and I was
like probably right at 40.
40, yeah. She was by me, and she made me feel like I need to do more because it's Marion Jones right next to me. I better do my crunches really well. And she was stretching. I was like, excuse me, are you Marion Jones? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm a Jones too. He. Just trying to be funny. Yeah. I know. But I was just like, oh, it's nice to meet you.
She's like, you almost too. 50.
Oh, well.
Oh. Well, she doesn't look 50.
No, but it's so sad. Her story.
Yeah, her story sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, but as a kid though, she was as a kid. That was it. To me, it was
For
like,
y'all that don't know, Google her. But she was an Olympic medalist, whatever. Was fast. She's a good track lady.
Very, very fast.
There's like motivational speeches I heard now, and like she has kids who are very athletic, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and what sucks is that she was in the news also recently. Her husband had passed away. Her ex-husband, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, regardless, it's sad, but I was like,
yeah, it's still very sad. And he was young. He was young too. He was like 50, 52, something like that.
Oh, wow.
The last time I heard about it. But that was like late last year, like fall. So,
I seen her. Yeah, I seen her this last summer. Yeah. Last summer? Yeah, not this past summer. Before that. No, it was. Never mind. I can't. I'm old.
Okay.
Anyway.
I would like to talk about the Batman.
So let's do this. Can you tell me without telling me?
I'm not gonna spoil it. I just want to tell you my experience.
It's still too new. People ain't gonna know. Okay.
No, okay. I just want to tell you my experience. Okay. So I was supposed to have this meeting with my district manager, right? So I had scheduled. I'm lying. I originally bought tickets a couple of weeks back.
Right.
Okay. So this was like 3 weeks ago. I bought tickets. So I asked one of our mutual friends if they wanted to go. She said, hell yeah, I want to go. I was like, bet, we going, right? So I made a schedule. I planned everything out. And so my district manager, the Monday of the week that we were supposed to go, so last Monday, he hits me on my hip and is like, yo, just so you know, on the 4th, I'm gonna be in town and we need to link up so we can have a meeting. So I'm like, I'm pissed because he's supposed to come at 2. I clock out at 2. But he was just like, oh, it'll be about an hour and 30 minutes. I'm like, dog, why do we have to meet? Of all days, we got to meet on this day. So I talked to him. I'm like, yo, is there something that we can do? Can we schedule this? Can we do this? Danielle, are you serious?
I'm like, go ahead, keep talking. Don't bring attention to it.
It's right there.
It's go.
Anyway, he's just like, yo, we'll meet up. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go back to our mutual friend. I'm like, look, dog. And she took off for this day. So I was like, look, man.
I thought you did too.
Huh?
I thought you took off too.
I was gonna take off, but then I moved. I just scheduled myself for like 3 hours.
So where you could still work in there. Okay.
Right. So I could still work. I could still get some bread because I gotta hit a threshold of hours.
Right.
So I'm going in. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be easy. It should be cool. I'm thinking, but I like the day that the movie came out, like I just knew that he wasn't gonna make it. Like I just knew it was South by was starting. He's coming from out of town. He's like, oh, we're gonna hit all of these different places before we have this meeting.
It wasn't gonna be on time.
I knew it wasn't gonna be on time. So guess what he does at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. He's like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. But luckily, the day before all of this, I just so happened to go on Fandango, which I advise anybody to use. And I scheduled I moved the showtime till 5. Later showtime. So come this day. So now Wednesday or whatever. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So I go in, me and our mutual friend, we go into the theater. First off, she absolutely hates the theater. We were at the Alamo Draft House on West Anderson. And it's the original.
Go ahead. I have
we got the original Alamo Draft House.
Okay, yeah.
So that one's a little old. They haven't renovated it like the other ones.
Right.
The ones are dope. The other ones got reclining seats. It's open. It's more open. This is just like old school. Like
I've been to that one.
Yeah,
I guess it's still the same.
Yeah, and we went to the end of the section, and it was just like a wall. So I was just Megan's just like, why we help me? Oh, sorry. We already see like, why are we over here at the end of the section? I was like, I don't know. I thought this was renovated, but it wasn't. We to watching the movie, and then the movie has subtitles.
Is it because Batman be whispering?
I don't know.
You know he be whispering. Nah, he be whispering. You be like, what is you saying?
The subtitles were so big that it took up like a third of the screen. So my retarded ass is over here like this, and I'm in here reading the subtitles.
Oh, you're reading more than watching.
So our friend is over here like, she like, oh my god, do you see what's happening? I'm just like, shut up, I don't know what's happening because I'm too busy reading.
Why? You can't focus on both?
Because I'm a retard.
And it's so big.
Yeah, the screens, the subtitles are so big. So I was over there reading Batman jumps off.
No, don't be acting like you slow reading. Batman said.
Oh my god. But it was every minute of 3 hours. From start to, like, seriously, from the time that they showed the title screen to the end of the movie,
whole time.
It's Batman the entire time. So I plan on seeing it again. I was
about to say, you probably need to see it again without subtitles.
Without the subtitles. Like, I've never been to a movie that had subtitles.
Me neither.
Like, this was all new to me. I was just like, oh. And I'm not gonna lie, like, when I'm at home, like, because a lot of times, like, the way my like house and room is set up, and basically almost every room that I'm in, there's 2 TVs. Like, if you look, like, right behind me,
okay.
In front of me right here is a TV. Right here is a TV.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, it's just the way I live.
I got one.
We gotta get you a bigger one, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to. We're gonna talk about that Walmart one.
Yeah, and you still ain't invited us to the housewarming. You've been over there for 6 months. I'm starting to think you sleep on an air mattress.
5 months.
Almost 6. Okay, all right. So I'm starting to think you sleep on an air mattress, but
no.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't.
You know, but the movie was great. This is what I did see. The movie was fantastic.
Is it what you expected? Is it going off of the last movie? Like, what's
this has nothing to do with nothing before.
Separate.
This is completely separate from that other stuff. And I like some of the other stuff. I just didn't like some of the characters. Like, I don't like Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller played the Flash.
Okay.
And he's trash to me.
But why does Batman do that? They're so separate. They'll change the actor, they'll change just and have a different story. But with Marvel, it tends to be more like
so Marvel, what they're doing is they created a cinematic universe, right?
Like smart.
Cinematic universe is like loosely based off of the comic books. And the comic books, there are a set of comic books that are all connected. Now, there are branches of other things, but most of the stuff within a certain universe is all connected. So they're borrowing and adapting stories based off that single strand of universes, but they're also pulling from other things and referencing other things. Then, what are you doing?
Oh, why? Oh my, this is itching.
Danielle, we
something poking me? I'm sorry, I don't want my stuff to show.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know if someone's poking me or something, but it's just like it's itching.
What is that? Is there a meaning behind that?
I don't know. Back in the day, it said like your titties is growing when they start to itch, but they don't even grow no more. I don't know what's happening.
You're not trying to be swinging and banging?
No, I don't know. It's just a little. I think it's just something it's like poking me. But anyway,
you don't. When we get to that point and later on down the line about you and your distaste for bras,
I don't like them. Yeah, don't like them.
Anyway,
free the titties.
Yeah. So anyway, it's good. It's like it's not.
Catwoman's in it, right?
Yeah. She actually, honestly, she in some of the cases she kind of stole the show. And some of the stuff, like just her, she, and I don't have anything against women that are skinny. Like I like mine a little heavy. I'm not like I'm heavy, so I like mine
a little slim, thick, yeah, a little meat.
She's not that.
No, she's not
none of that. She's just so it's just, but she's a beautiful woman. She's and like I think that I've never looked at her in that manner until so I'm just like, oh, okay, she's a grown ass woman. She's very.
Who is it again?
Zoe Kravitz.
That's who it is.
Zoe
okay.
Kravitz, yeah. So it's crazy just kind of looking at it and just like, oh, okay, like there's like women that I see like in Hollywood that I think are very, very pretty, but I don't look at them in a sexual manner whatsoever.
Right.
So like Zendaya. Like I don't look, she's gorgeous.
She's a child.
Yeah, but she's also 26 years old, but I don't look at her.
I thought she's a child, but
no, she's 26. So but I just don't look at her like that. And I think this, like, again, it was kind of like shocking to me. And I'm like, oh, this is Zoe Kravitz. She actually looks really beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. So, but
her mama, who's her mama?
Lisa Bonet.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, come on.
Well, and then, but wait, Lisa Bonet is with that other fine.
Jason Momoa, they recently got a divorce.
Oh, they got a divorce. Okay.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. That man.
He fine.
Jason Momoa or Zoe Lenny Kravitz?
No, not Lenny.
Have you seen Lenny Kravitz? That's a handsome guy. Like, I'm not gay.
He cute. He look like he smelled like sweat. Like back in the day, he like he just looks sweaty.
He's a handsome guy. He's not an ugly guy.
Not ugly. I didn't say he was ugly. He said he's handsome, but he ain't no Jason.
Look like he smelled like sweat.
He looked like he's just sweaty. I don't know, not now.
I have this thing about I don't want to get racial, but I have this thing about like white women that just kind of
wet dogs.
I don't like pepperoni nipples. I don't like pink nipples.
What's it got to do with somebody smelling something? What we doing? What happened?
I'm just saying, you have your thing. I have my thing. You say he looks like he stinks.
Oh, well, okay. Let me back up. Lenny Kravitz, I think he's a good-looking man, but any men that wear like open shirts, like he would wear a shirt like this, like some sheer shirt.
He wears that same type of stuff.
But like back in the day, but then too, Jason Momoa was like swole and buff.
Lenny Kravitz is no
Lenny Kravitz just looked like back in the day, just looked like he just put on clothes and sprayed Axe over his body.
Oh,
That's a stink too, guys.
Yeah, oh.
We grown. Little boys, y'all can wear that. Grown men don't wear no Axe.
What if they like? Stinks. What if they wearing it for them, not you? No, what you got?
No, men are wearing it for us. They're not.
Yeah, we are.
This for myself.
I'm over here.
Self-care.
I'm in the store over here. I wonder if still like that. Like
men know what's up. Men know women love the smell, like a man that smells good. So we know what Axe smells like. We don't want that. We want them hair store oils.
Don't nobody wear no hair store oils, but
they don't. But me, I'm the only one. My nose is itching. I think.
Damn, what is going on? You're falling apart on camera.
Just that wind outside and all the stuff. I think it's making me itchy. It's why my titty itching. My nose is itching.
You need some Claritin or something. Some Zyrtec, something.
No.
Pretty soon, this podcast is going to be sponsored and brought to you by Zyrtec. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't. They ain't paying nobody. We ain't sponsored. They ain't. No, it ain't.
If I said in the future, that means that they.
Oh, I thought you said right now, because
that was a smooth segue into it.
I need you.
You know,
Zyrtec actually works for me. None of the other ones work for me.
Claritin works for me. Zyrtec works for me. For the most part, them nasal sprays, them don't work.
I saw my doctor say that I don't need it. It don't work for me. Neti pots work.
What's a neti pot?
You don't know what a neti pot is?
No.
It's old school. It's like a little teapot. You put warm water, distilled water, and like a saline pouch in it, little like salt powder stuff, whatever. Yeah. And you pour it in your nose, and it drains out the other side.
Yeah, I know what those are. I didn't know it was called a neti pot.
I mean, I used to be like, I'm not gonna do that. I feel like I'm gonna drown. That's the best thing ever. It gets all that junk out of your sinuses and
pour it down your nose.
Yeah, I like do it in the tub, like pour it in, and then it just goes all through the other side, and you keep rinsing it out, and then blow your nose. It gets all that junk out. Matter of fact, I feel like I need to do that.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm horrible. I can't hawk a loogie or nothing. People are like, you gotta stop swallowing that stuff. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, that's not.
My dog is up here looking at me again.
He's looking at you?
He always wants something when I'm busy. He is like a child. I'm gonna try to ignore him. You'll hear him in a second. He's gonna start growling at me. But I didn't have much because I didn't feel like nothing was going on in the world that I care to talk about. Like we talked about Kanye already.
Wait, okay. Can we talk about that last episode though? Did you watch
I didn't watch it?
Oh my God.
You can talk about it though. I don't care.
I will just say this. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I will say this. That last episode, Cootie protected Kanye.
Remind me who Cootie is. That's the guy who's filming.
Cameraman.
The guy who's filming, right?
Yeah. And shout out to Cootie and I forget the other gentleman's name. They basically got $30 million from Netflix to they got $30 million from Netflix to do they got $30 million to submit that footage to Kanye of Kanye. So that's life-changing money.
Yeah.
$30 million is life-changer. And I'm pretty sure they probably split it down the middle. But yeah,
how many more episodes are there?
I think just one.
That's it.
If you think about it, if they're an hour and a half a piece, that's a lot of work.
I guess so.
Netflix did say that they had 7 hours of footage. So that means that there could possibly be one more. Like Cootie was recording Kanye when he said he wanted to run for president.
Yeah, I see he's been like following him. So
yeah. So there's been like gaps, like big long gaps between the two. So I think this last one, Cootie did a lot of protecting of Kanye. Because he could.
But when you say protecting, like what do you mean?
Like he's cutting the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's his way of protecting Kanye. Is just like, I'm just gonna cut this off. Like he looks, and I think he feels like Kanye would be tripping sometimes. So he just like cut it off because you're tripping. What is your dog? Are you scratching your dog's stomach?
Yeah, I'm home like a baby.
Why?
Because he likes this. He is a full-blown child.
How old is your dog?
7.
Okay. So
say hi, Taz.
He's 49. He old man.
Say hi. Say hi. You're being oh. Okay, you pressing buttons. Never mind. I almost dropped him.
Oh snap. But yeah, I think this one is the best one. Nah, episode 2 was great. When he
wait. I missed episode. I only seen one then. Dang. So
you haven't seen no other episode?
You know,
You was what?
I was busy.
You were what?
Watching other stuff. I was booed up.
Then you was booed up and you couldn't watch Kanye?
Yeah, I was watching other stuff. I was watching something called The Night Of on HBO.
That shit
HBO
sucks.
Max.
That shit sucks.
You seen it?
Yeah.
No, you haven't. So shut up.
I haven't seen it. But
it's old. It was from like 2016, but I saw it on TikTok. So I'm like, y'all gotta watch it, and it is good.
No, you know what you need to watch? That'll mess you up. You need to watch The Leftovers on HBO. You need to watch that. I tried to get on that show, by the way.
Why? Okay, wait. Why you don't put me on and you ain't watched it?
I've watched The Leftovers.
Bob, sit down. Every time. Anyway, what is it about?
It's about the 100,000 lives that got taken to heaven.
Leftovers. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a series?
Yeah, it's only 3 seasons though.
Okay.
Regina King's in the 3rd season. That shit is good. She's good.
Okay.
First off, Regina King, oh my God, she's amazing. I don't know if I hope she gets, I don't want her to, I hope she gains peace because she did lose her son last month. So that's still very, very fresh. But
yeah.
And she took her son with her everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, she's a beast though.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beast. Yeah,
she is. What was I gonna say? Oh, I didn't have much to talk about.
I got a hot take that I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you feel.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'm glad you're running with this because mine is super random. It's a story that I saw and I thought it was horrible. It's a Florida school teacher was found unresponsive after being attacked by a 5-year-old student.
This only happens in Florida. This is the only type of stuff that's happening. He
punched her. He was punching her and punched her to death. 5. So apparently there was a fight between a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old in the class. The teacher took them to a different room called the cool down room.
Okay.
To separate them. And when she had the 5-year-old in the room, he wasn't done. And he just started wailing on the teacher in her head. And she was slumped over. And when she called for help, they found her unresponsive. And she died on the way to the hospital. Now, I will say when I kept reading, this was a special needs class. And I will say this. In high school, my cheerleading coach, she was a teacher for special needs kids. Mm-hmm. And some of them are very strong. This is high school though. Mm-hmm. But they don't know aware of what they're doing sometimes. And they can be really aggressive.
Yes.
Maybe trying not to be. So I thought about that when they said that. And this being a 5-year-old, I don't know how big this 5-year-old was, but he didn't know to stop. And apparently he just wailed on that teacher and she died. And they're not trying him because he's 5. I thought that was so, I'm like, what? A 5-year-old then killed his teacher. Excuse me. I wish a kid would try to hit me. I don't care who, that sounds bad. I don't have kids, but because he would be like, I don't know, she be saying you gonna hit somebody's kid because you hit my kid. But if your kid wailing off on me, I'm gonna have to hem them up real quick, the little jack up thing that they be doing to kids.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really random and kind of caught my eye today, other than random stuff. I just feel like I've been on social media too long today. So
yeah, that's wild. I have another Kevin Samuels quote that I thought was fucking hilarious. He basically said that, and I could be paraphrasing. I am paraphrasing. But basically he said that Black women are raised to be independent. Latino women are raised to serve. How do you feel about that?
Excuse me. I think maybe more so in the past 20 years. I think Hispanic women, Latin women have always kind of been taught to be more family oriented and take care of your family, your parents, your siblings, like all that. What I've thought about, which I had learned somewhere along the way, we're the only culture that pushes for Black women to be independent. This whole independent move that we had, INDEP, you know, get your own, you
I
don't need
mean,
no
it's
man.
literally been the last 22 years.
Yeah, like and it's a cycle because we then have our Black men who are incarcerated, who don't get their education because most of the time they're incarcerated or something's happening. So women then tend to have to provide and take care of the family. So they got to be independent, don't trust them, no man, whatever. And so I think we have a culture where you don't hear any other songs from white people or Latin people or telling women to be independent. We're the only culture that tells Black women you need to get your own, have your own money, get a bag, take care of you. Like we're the only ones. But so I don't agree with that.
Okay.
And I want to also like turn the corner a little
Change the
bit
narrative?
and say, huh?
Do we want to change the narrative of that?
I think I think everyone needs to be somewhat independent and be able to take care of themselves. I don't think it matters women and men. Like we had a little brief conversation before this started. I think men need to be able to take care of themselves just as much as women need to be able to take care of themselves. But
I disagree.
Okay, what do you mean? You disagree what?
Well, what you said earlier, and I told you that I feel like you can do both. Like they're like
you can. I didn't say you can't.
You can.
But you asked me about me, and I said no.
So why? Okay, so but my thing is, so you're just gonna X out that many people? Like I don't understand how you could, like, do you like?
Tim,
okay,
we're getting older. We're not. When in my 20s, it's okay. When a man is like, I'm still doing this, I'm still trying to get this together, the basics. But we're almost 40.
Right. And
there are certain things, Danielle, as an adult.
There are things that have doubled and tripled in value within the last 10 years. We didn't grow up like our parents, right? Our parents were able to do certain things during the 90s. I mean, I would say America's greatest years was probably in the 90s.
The 90s, yeah.
Fiscally in the 90s.
That Clinton? Was that when Clinton was president?
Yeah, we had old Bush and we had Clinton.
Clinton, yeah.
I mean, things could turn for the worse after the fact. We did have Enron and a bunch of other scandals in Kosovo, but nobody's paying attention to that, right? We're talking like fiscally in America, right? I think that was probably the greatest years of America. Since then, things have gone up in value. And you being an Austinite, of all the things, we went from a city that had 300,000 people in the 90s to over 1.5 million people as of last year. And we went from having one of the cheapest cities to live in.
What's your point?
What I'm trying to get the point to you is not everybody, there's a lot, and I'm even talking for myself. Like I know that there's some stuff, like especially where I'm working at right now, not really. It's basically be a check to check thing. If I were to move out of this house that I live in currently, and move into like, an apartment with like crazy amounts of rent.
I'm not knocking. I think that's I'm not knocking that. Right. I've moved back in with my mom. I've done things. I understand. But at the same time, if we're talking about a different time period, even into now, women, I don't know if it's Black women though too, we're the most educated.
Yes.
The most entrepreneur, like
yes.
We still getting it. So regardless of all of what's going on, we still gonna take care of ourselves. A majority of us, because there are some women who want to be taken care of fully. I could be one of the people, but
you sound like
I'm saying like I'm all for you working towards something, but the basics, having a car, having a place. I understand if you're living with somebody at the time because you're trying to get to a certain place. I get that because I've been there, done that. Now, if you just been there the whole time, it comes a point in time. Like, I'm a grown woman. Where we finna go to who house?
Have you looked at know. Can I ask you a question? Have you looked at the car market in the last 2 years?
The car market? No, I'm paying my car off next month.
Cars are at an all-time high. Okay, so like especially getting a car right now, you're gonna be paying. Let's not even talk about the gas. Right, gas is on the rise. Right, because we're not going to war, but we're sending troops and money and resources over to the Ukraine, even though Putin is still being a little bitch. You haven't been keeping up with that?
Still no.
No, there's this ceasefire. That nigga ain't stopped ceasefire. He kept going.
I do know it's still going on.
Yeah, it's still very much a real thing. But still, like, it's just you're saying all of these things, but at the same time, like, but my bills are paid for. I got my own spot. I know that, but I got good credit. Get some good credit and get you a car that you can get. Like, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, so I totally understand exactly what you're saying. And if to you, there's no excuse for any of that. But no, there are, I don't say excuses, but things do happen in life. Because I ain't been always just on my own. I've lost jobs. I went back to school. I'm trying to figure things out. I get that. But every time it was only for a small time because I'm working towards something else. Right. But Danielle, that's the thing. Just because you have these short stints of where you struggle, there are people that go for long periods of time. And that's where they're at. And I think that's hold on. I'm trying to make a point. I think what you want is somebody I think you want somebody cookie cutter. Yeah, Danielle. We're not doing this. Yes, you I'm tired of men. I'm asking for basics. Y'all act like I'm asking for a man to come and pay all my bills, has 18 different properties. He got 20 different businesses. He got a 6-pack. He loved the Lord. He got amazing credit. I'm not looking for no one perfect. Daniel, I'm not saying that you are looking for somebody perfect, but there are men out there who got it together, right? Who are ready to take on a wife, take on a family. Okay, that are ready for that because they're at a place right now where they because I can jump. I can jump there, I can jump there. Because there are people, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not dropping no names, but I think that there has been somebody that we both know, and we've had a conversation that is ready for that. I'm not saying no names. We had a conversation last year. I'm not saying no names. Who is ready for that and what? That is willing to do that. And you couldn't look past a certain title. Who is this? Think about it. He's in your phone under a certain title. A title? Yes. I'm gonna off camera because I'm like, what is who? But you didn't even want to give him the time of day. Why? Oh, yeah. That's family, number one. Bullshit. That is family. That's the thing. I think people need to really open themselves up. That is family, and I need somebody that loves the Lord. Oh, he don't love the Lord. Okay, so that's another thing too. Outside of that, so here's two things. Here's two things I don't fuck with. I don't ever get on people about anything. Religion, politics. Don't fucking do it. Wait, but someone you want to be with? Yeah, religion. You don't talk about that with them? No, I talk about it, but like that can create a lot of tension. I know people that have had relationships and gone through a bunch of shit because of like politics. Yeah, because it doesn't align. Yeah. And I don't judge and knock it. It's just not for me. Right. I understand that. That's the one. Or when they can't have kids. We're not doing that. Okay. Well, don't call nobody out.
and we gonna pay with it.
I said I'm not saying no names. You went deeper.
But there's more to it. This is the thing. Women, because I have a lot of single friends. We talk about this independent thing. Money, yeah, most of us, we have our own. We can take care of ourselves. We are looking for a man who also can take care of himself. My mom said, don't get with no man who ain't bringing nothing to the table.
Okay.
If he can't bring, if he's still working on stuff that he needs to feel secure as a man, like I think it was Steve Harvey, Think Like a Man book. Mm-hmm. He was saying in that book, and my dad even said too, a man's money is important to him. If his money ain't right, a man's not gonna feel rested. He's always gonna feel like he's trying to get to that money and get his money together.
I do believe
so. Let a man focus on that. Get that together. Then I feel like you can date, but don't be serious, maybe, because or maybe you let the woman know, like, hey, I'm still working on this. And if we do get serious, I need you to understand that I'm not where I want to be right now, but I'm working towards that. And if you're cool, that's fine. But if not, I understand.
I think that's like communicating, Danielle.
Right.
Go ahead.
I want maybe too. I'm just a little impatient.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
I think so.
It's not just like I've been that girl I wanted to be married. I was in my 20s. Every relationship that I had, it was a long one because I thought marriage was at the end of it.
Right.
So I've always wanted to be married. I'm ready to be a wife, ready to be a mother. I'm ready for that. So I'm not asking at 35 for if you ain't got the bare minimum. I'm not being picky.
Okay. Look, so this is my moral. This is my thing, Danielle. It's like everybody is going through some shit. Everybody is to do some shit. Everybody I can't remember who I was having this conversation with. I can't remember, but it was basically a conversation about me dating people that I'm not necessarily attracted to. Like I've gone on dates with women that I'm not attracted to. I've gone on dates with women that have different views socially, politically, religiously. I've done that, right? And so I can't remember who it was, but they were like, why do you do that? And I said, basically, like, who the fuck am I to be like, you like, who the fuck am I to judge this person based on their beliefs? Now, again, the politics thing, the race thing, the religious thing, that shit can get ugly. So you're
not judging. You just have your standards of your expectations.
I think recently, probably within the last 4 years since I haven't dated a lot of women. I've dated like 4 or 5, but not like long term. Like there's been some that I was like, oh, this is gonna work. You can tell them where I actually was in a relationship, like an actual relationship in 2020. But I just feel like it's my due diligence to like at least try some shit that I'm not like, I don't really get down with. Now,
why waste your time?
It's not a time waste because you never fucking know, Danielle.
No, I get that too. You're preaching to the choir. I've talked to people that I'm like, okay, maybe at the beginning, yes, there's some red flags. Yes, I'm kind of like, they're still trying to figure it out. And I still talk to them. I get to know them. That's what ends up hurting me because then I really like them. But then when it gets down to the real,
like, you're very wishy-washy. Like
no.
Danielle.
I don't think let me finish. I don't think I'm wishy-washy. I think the older that I've gotten, and because I've waited this long, because we're older, we know better, we do better, we pick better.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm more cognizant of, do you really want to do this, Danielle?
This shit is good. I think I'm gonna try to get this shit out tonight. Get this shit.
Well, listen. So I feel like I have because since day one with most dudes. I be telling them, I'm looking for a boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband. I'm not here to play games.
Making your intentions clear.
I'm very intentional of how I talk to people.
No, and that is appreciated. I think
I'm like, if we can't figure this out,
right,
then I can't. But I'm very emotional. I get really connected to people and getting like just their life, their story.
Could you date somebody and not have an emotional attachment to them?
No, everybody else. I be so connected with people. Right. Like I just be like, oh, I hope they're okay, and this and that, and I want to take on.
I think that's great. That
I'm an empath.
Yeah, you're an empath.
Yes, I just want to make sure they're okay. I'm a fixer.
That's no good. Don't do that.
I know. I've done that. But I've done that. That's why I think I've done that before. So when I get into it, I'm like, oh, but this one, it might be different. But I've been here before.
So here's my thing about the fixer, right? So the fixer takes on their partner's problems, right? And that is a lot. So I've learned that you can't do that. Now, what you can do, I've learned to make suggestions, right? Okay, so, all right, cool. You're having this type of situation. Here's what I can suggest. I can't make that walk. I can support you. I can't make that walk with you, especially if it's something like, and I'm just going to throw it out there, if it's something mental, right? If it's a mental issue, right? You got some shit going on. Hey, I've had my own shit going on. I've had therapy multiple times. I started therapy in 2010. My first therapy session ever was in 2010. I had multiple sessions in 2010. And then as it's gone along, there's been some shit that's happened where I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I've used mobile therapy apps. Like I can't remember the other ones because I haven't put it on this new phone, but there's multiple therapy apps. You can go out there. BetterHelp is one of them. I've used BetterHelp before. God, I can't remember the other ones, but I've used multiple. I've done multiples, right? Last year, I thought about checking myself into a mental institute because I thought I was breaking down.
I ain't talk to somebody. I ain't talk to nobody.
Maybe you should. Maybe. Because it's not.
I'm not against it.
No, I'm not saying
I want to.
I'm always, and I like. There's people that I go to for advice that I know is gonna, no matter what the situation is, you're gonna give me some very raw stuff. And being one of them, like
I want a third party. I need an outside person to give me some.
But I think what the great thing about, like when I talk to JD, he's very good at detaching himself from the situation. And like, I think this is what needs to be done. Not like, nigga, you need to do this and not do this, but like he will get the whole perspective. And
that's good to have those people, yeah.
Right. But it's nothing, it's like, it's even better when it's like outside the circle, right?
Yeah.
It's even better because they don't have a dog in the race. They not to be like, oh, well, I'm cool with you, so I'm gonna think you should do this.
And they know, your friends know just more about your life and everything else.
Right. That doctor, that psychiatrist, they don't care. They don't care. This one.
But you were saying if someone has like mental.
Yeah. So there's an example, like mentally, right? You can't walk in that journey with them. You can guide them, but you can't fix their.
Right.
You can only do things to help them out. And so I think that's one of the mistakes that a lot of people made. I know I've tried to do that in the past. There's been a couple of there's been some rough ones. I've dated some rough ones, okay? And they have had I tried to fix them, and that doesn't help.
But I'm full opposite now. I think because I've been a fixer, I'm so like, And
that takes a lot of energy too.
I'm finna like, I'm very suggestive. I'm a great cheerleader, encourager, resource person. but I've done that before.
Cheerleaders are always needed. Okay.
Yeah, I've done.
What are the Cowboys without the cheerleaders, right? You know,
they're just another football team, which they are.
They are the Dallas Cowboys. Don't do that. Anyway, you were saying.
What was I saying?
I don't like your attitude.
Oh yeah, like because I've been a fixer, I've been really good at just like, you know what, this is not as too much, or there's a lot of things you need to figure out on your own. On your own. So let me fall back and let you do that.
It's not even, to me, it's not even a fallback thing. It's just like, I'm gonna still be here.
Well, yeah, but not romantically.
See, I think you can do both. I think it's very possible to do both. Now, is there some instances where you may need to? Yes, I get that. I'm not knocking you, but I do think that you can get yourself together and still date. Like, it's not.
I think so. It just depends on the relationship between the two people and the person.
Thank you. That was just about, you took the word.
That's all that really matters.
It truly depends on who you're dating, if you're able to communicate, because some motherfuckers are not able to communicate. Now, you want to talk about basics? Oof,
and I don't give anybody a hard no. Let's put it like that. I believe in, like, we talked about God last time. I believe if God, who he has for me, is going to be for me, regardless if I can't stop it, the other person can't stop it, we're going to end up being together. But in my mind, and if I've prayed about it and God has told me specific things about somebody, that I'm just going to chill out.
How do you know when God is talking to you?
Excuse me?
How do you know when God is talking to you?
Oh, it be clear, because he know the way I operate. I need to be clear. Is that I ain't got time for signs, people saying stuff. I hear it. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'll just hear it and it sounds like clear as day. And it sounds like something like a guardian, like a parent would say, like, I told you to stop doing that, or I told you to leave that person alone. Or
why does it sound so aggressive? Why?
It's an authoritative, like, because me, like you said, I'd be so wishy-washy, but I'd be praying about it. I'd be like, God, I don't know what to do, but I want to do this and I want to do that. And then he'd be like, I done already told you what to do, but you want to sit here and keep trying to, but let me figure this out. So there's been times, the last time I heard God clearly, I was actually at church before church started. And I was sitting there on my phone and I just heard it clear as day. He told me something and I was like, and I put it in my phone. Usually when he says something to me, I write it down and put the date and the time. Because I want to be like, okay, wait, what is
I don't think I've ever, I don't know.
It could be an intuition. It could be a gut feeling.
I need the clear. I need that clear thing. I think what I've gotten in the past is signs. That can happen too. Or something will happen, I'll pray about it, and then something happens and it will, so I say, God, give me discernment and reveal things to me. And then the person or the situation will show me what I need to know. And I'll be like, oh, there go my answer. That's all I need to know. Yeah, you know what? I will say, yeah, I think a lot of the last things that have gone on within the last couple of years have shown me. I think I've like said some things aloud, and then shit will happen, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck? And I'm not like that towards God, but I'm just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
and when you toil with things,
why is it? But no, because I got questions. Why is it when it's not for you, it's clear as day, right? But when it's for you, you have no idea. You have no. I'll be like,
no, because see, for me, I love the Lord, so I always believe like God is not a God of confusion. When God's gonna bring something to you, you're gonna know it's for you. It's not gonna be like, but I don't know if I should. Like when you. Like if there's some shoes you want and you know you've been wanting them shoes, they come out, you go to the store, ain't nobody gotta tell you no. Are you sure you want them, or what about this? I want that. Right. Like I already know that's for me. So that's how I feel like when I gotta sit here and be like, then something is not all the way clicking. And so the older we get, we know who we are. Right. We know what we want and what we desire. So it's like, I'm trying, but like you used to be like, I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to just try this out, give them a chance, do this, do that. But then something still tell you like, nah,
that's not it.
Chill out. Yeah, it's not it. And my biggest thing for anybody, my biggest lessons I've learned just throughout relationships, especially my last one, not this recent, but my last long boyfriend I had, is just because it does not work out does not mean he's a horrible person. He ain't no good man. He's crap. I'm crap. It just means we're not for each other.
Right.
And I had to learn that because I used to feel like, oh, like something's wrong with me, or he's gonna feel like I could have did this, I could have did that. And so I had to really learn like it's okay. It's just we're not for each other.
Right. No, I've learned in the past that like one, down in this person that you once dated is kind of whack. However, you can down their behaviors. Now, what they did might have done to you is stupid. Right. They may not be I truly believe I believe like my ex is a great person, really great. Mm-hmm. Was there some things that I feel like she did that was not great? No, but that doesn't take away that she's a great person.
Right.
It doesn't take away that she's a loving person. She's supportive. She's all of these great things based off of a few actions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It cut me deep. I didn't necessarily like them. They were against some of my morals and principles, but that doesn't mean that she's a terrible person.
Right. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, I've had exes fucking cheat on me. Like, I don't think they're a terrible person. Did they do some stupid stuff? Yeah. But are they terrible? No, not at all. And I know there's people that probably feel that way about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm a terrible person. Have I been the perfect boyfriend? Fuck no.
But like you said, we're all trying to figure things out. I think we're all trying to figure out relationships, friendships, business partners, romantic relationships, and you're trying it out. Right. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to work into that capacity. Maybe there's a different capacity that y'all can be in a relationship. My biggest thing is I used to feel like I wasn't worthy enough as a woman. I'm like, ain't no man putting a ring on my finger. I must not be enough for a man. But I learned like that is a lie. I know I'm way more. But even for a man, if a girl don't want to talk to you no more, it's not because, oh, well, you got to do this and do that. You probably do need to do those things, but you're just not for her. Right. And it could be right now. It could be in the future. I could be together, but
I really want to. My aunt, my uncle's story is so good. My aunt was like when they were at UT and trying to do the UT thing, like back in the late 80s, early 90s. Like, my aunt will tell you that my uncle was a straight whore. And, like, but they were friends, but he was trying to get her back then, and she was like, no. And then like years later, that they ended up together, and they've been together for 17. They've been married for 17 years now. They got 3 beautiful kids. 4.
That's what my brother is with his wife. They talked, they broke up, and then randomly he saw a post on Facebook. She had on one of his old UT t-shirts. She like cut it up and did something to it. Went to a crawfish boil. He ended up being there, and they end up getting back together. Like, things. I believe that things can happen if it's supposed to happen. Right. Timing is a thing. Man, yes, I'm impatient.
Timing is very, very.
I'm impatient. Y'all should know. I've been telling you I'm trying to get wiped up and knocked up.
Knocked up.
Yes, knocked up. I'm trying, like, and that starts to scare me. Actually, I had a conversation with my mom the other day, and she was like, Danielle, I just be worried about you. I don't want you to get desperate and just end up with anybody. I said, well, Mama, don't think that. Like, I'd rather be alone than just get with anybody and just to have a kid.
Right.
But it is a lot of women that are my age, and like I said, I'm still childbearing age, but we get worried. It torments us sometimes, thinking like, well, damn, I think I'm about to be this age.
I think a lot of men and a lot of women, they both settle. And It's unfortunate because I see it even when the people that are in these relationships don't necessarily see it. And it is wretched. And it's scary because, again, just like you, I don't want to be in a place like that. And even though, and I have these thoughts and stuff like, I can, like, I feel like if I were to make these certain moves, what like I think about them in this way. Like, okay, if I were to talk to girl A, talk to girl B, talk to girl C. Okay, there's some things you don't like about A, there's some things you don't like about B, and C, you kind of on the board about that one. So out of the three, you hit it off with two of the three. So you hit it off with B and C. A, she went back to her baby daddy. I don't know. So you got B and C, and then you look at B and C and you think about, okay, well, if I do this, am I fucking settling? Like for me.
That's what's scary. I think it's when people even get married. I think why are people so like, I got cold feet or I'm getting nervous? I'm like, why are you so nervous? But I get it because it's a big decision. And the older we get and you wait this long, and like we said, we see people who get married and you like, they're miserable or they're just doing it. It makes you be like, man, is this what I really want to do?
Yeah.
And it's funny because like the message at church was good is the enemy of greatness. A lot of times people just settle for good enough.
Right.
I'm good. That's good. I pay my rent. That's good. I got a car. That's good. No, own some property. Be great. Keep pushing. Keep going. Like, don't just settle for they just good. They good to me. No, go be great. Like we settle a lot in life with the economy. We'll just figure out, well, it's a black and white thing. There's people that's going to get it.
It kind of circles back to what I was saying earlier about there are people that are doing things. And
that's what I'm saying. People out here getting it. And then there's people out here who's just like, well,
right. But what I also wanted to circle back around is like, there are some people that are in situations right now where they have to settle right now. They do.
I don't think you have to though. What you mean?
I'm not talking about relationship wise. I mean, it could be a job. It could be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You gotta be doing what you don't want to do right now to do what you want to do.
Right. I think that I think that's what I was thinking about earlier, but I didn't verbally put it out there. But when
grind mode, there's grind mode for different times of life.
Right.
Like I said, I get that, but it just depends. Like my timing.
Yeah,
I don't need grind mode to be right now. I'm ready to be married. I don't want you to be grinding so hard.
Regardless of, even if you get married right now, then you still got to work through the marriage.
Well, yeah, but some people are working. I'm working. I'm not grinding. There's some people who are grinding. They doing everything every minute of the day.
Grinding because you want to be married. You ever think about that? You don't think like dating is a grind? Do you not think that?
I don't date, so no.
Then okay, let me ask you this. How the hell you gonna you
that's a whole other problem. That's a whole other episode.
We want to date, but you ain't willing to get out there.
Man, this last person I met.
I remember we went to a lounge last year and you saw this handsome man, and that man looked you in your eyes, and you didn't even try to wink at him. You didn't try to say hi. You didn't try to flip your hair. You looked great. Yeah, I
don't know how to flirt. Okay.
You don't have to know how to flirt to go up and say hi.
I'm confident, but I'm not very confident.
Then that means you're not confident.
I'm not, because I also have an issue. Men, I don't know if men are intimidated by me, whatever. Men don't approach me. So I feel like I might not be, like I said, I feel like I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. So I tend to just,
okay, this is actually,
there's other women I see they go talk to, and I'm just like, well, they ain't talking to me.
I wanted to add our other two friends into this because I wanted to have a discussion. I kind of been working on this thing, and I think I mentioned it in the other episodes about pretty privilege. Okay, so because we can
talk a little bit about it, and then we're gonna get into it in another episode.
Because I think there's been some gorgeous women. There's a gorgeous woman right now I would love to approach. Not doing it. I ain't doing it. because it's just like I think that
what's the pretty privilege?
Look wise, she's just like up there, right? And so
Okay.
I don't feel like and it could be some inner shit going on with me right now, but for the most part, because I've never, as long as you've known me, have you ever not known me to not have a girlfriend? Right. Okay. So it's not that, and I think it's just a how to approach her type deal, how to approach the situation type deal.
A pretty girl? I'm just trying to figure out what is pretty. What are you talking about? Pretty privilege, though.
Pretty privilege is like they're like and I was getting to that. Like I've heard y'all talk. I've also heard like other women talk, and they'd be like, no guy will ever come and talk to me. And I've never heard, listen, and I'm not trying to start no shit. I've never heard an unattractive woman say this. I've always heard a very pretty or a pretty good looking woman.
Which is weird.
It's like, they don't come talking to me. They don't come talk to me. And it's weird because I've seen a lot, like I've seen it, but like I've seen, because I've been that guy too, right? Where I would like, I see something I like and I just, bye. I'll just let that shit walk on by. And it's not because of the fear of rejection. I think a lot of people think it's
that's what I would hear. Yeah.
It's a lot of this is like, I don't know how to approach you, bitch. Like, no,
but it's the simple. I always say for me, it's the simple things. I love it when a dude just come to me like, hey, excuse me, I just want you to know you look really nice today. I don't want to bother you. You have a good day. And they keep it moving. And I'd be like, he don't want my number. He don't want. Then I'm like interested, like, well, who is this guy? Right. Or men who are just come and have a conversation. Don't try to be weird, or they just kind of start talking about just talking. We can tell when you be like, say, so how you doing?
I think that's another thing. I don't want to come across fucking weird. I think, and I guess that I will say,
you won't.
I think social media has fucked me up right in that manner, because like I've seen, like I'm looking at these women or reading what these women are saying, how men are approaching them, even like they will even post like how these men are approaching it, and it's all the way wrong. It's completely wrong. Like this one girl, she posted
disrespectful most of the time.
This one girl was like she like on her page is like, don't be in my DMs trying to talk to me about like taking me out or anything like that. And I kind of respect what she was saying, because we had a small conversation back and forth about it, and she was just like, Tim, back in the days when we were on Twitter, like nobody was in our DMs. We were all out open with it. So if a dude wanted to talk to you or wanted to know you, he would do it in the public. And she was like, if you're not going to do it in the public and you got to be in my DMs, then I don't want it. And I was just like, ooh. I was like,
that's a little different.
That's a little aggressive.
I feel like back in the day, with my experiences, dudes' friends would come talk to me, and I had a whole issue with that. I'll see dude. I'll be like, is that him right there? And I talk real loud. I said, oh, he want to talk to me, but he too afraid to come talk to me. Well, then why would I want to talk to him? And then I keep it moving. If you can't even come talk to me and see your friend, leave me alone.
I used to be the king of that. I used to be the king of it.
What do they call those? Your wingman? Is the wingman?
Oh yeah, and
there's a way to do it though. Like, say my homeboy want to talk to you, can he come? Like certain ones, I'm like, okay, cool. But sometimes they be acting super shy, and I'm like,
my wingman was JD.
Oh,
he's fucking Madden 1,000.
I don't know. Me and my friends, even like when I'm going to Houston, because Houston's a different vibe. I don't know. Men just don't approach.
Do you think it's like an energy that you're giving off? Do you think it's like what do you feel like?
I be thinking I've learned. I'm trying to smile. I be trying to be like, I look approachable. But I've been told actually by my old pastor. So I told him like, men are intimidated by me. He was like, yeah, I can see why. And I was like, huh? He said, you just look like the type of woman to where don't step to me if you not serious. You give off that vibe, like don't bring the games and the foolery.
I mean, yeah, I could get that too, but I would
But
still.
that's what they get. So if a dude, you look serious. So it's like you look like you're serious. So it's kind of like you don't look very inviting. You look like a woman who knows what she wants. And if he don't think he can give that to you, he probably gonna keep it moving.
See,
And I've
okay.
always been a serious girl regardless. Like I've always been, like I said,
I
I
think
want to be the girlfriend, the wife.
right. I think it's like for me, I think it's about how or the situation.
But that
I
one
think
little boy came and sat by us. He knew you or y'all, but he would come to the hookah spot.
yeah.
And he came and sat, and then you got up and did something, and me and him were just talking. And I think I was even telling him, I was like, yeah, he trying to get me to talk to that dude. Like that was just regular like I just like just talk.
Yeah.
Like just say whatever. Like don't be so
Right. I don't think he was trying to get at you though either, was he?
No, he wasn't. I mean, but even if he did, I was already comfortable because we were just having a conversation.
Right.
Like, can I sit here? Oh, you from here? Where you from? Or you been over here?
I feel like if I can get to that person and make them comfortable, it would be easier for me. But a cold, like going in cold, makes it very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm. And like even my ex, he don't like to talk to nobody. Like he's very shy. So he told me like he likes DMing people because that's his way of talking to people, because like you said, back in the day, you had to approach people. Yeah. Now you can just slide in the DM. So for a lot of introverts, they like, let me just shoot my shot. What's the worst that can happen? They're gonna block me. They don't have to interact with people. But I'm telling you, from a female standpoint, it's like from pretty girl, whatever, just be regular. Come talk, come say hello.
Do you feel like you suffer? Because I
suffer.
Yeah, that's terrible. But like I think, and the group of women, I think you guys collectively are a bunch of pretty women. And I've heard some of these stories, God, and some of them are funny. Some of them are very funny. Some of them are hilarious. But I've heard these stories and I'm just like, do they suffer from pretty privilege? Like there's good things that happen from pretty privilege, right? There's A and then there's B, but nobody ever talks about B, which is
But I think it's because certain pretty girls have give other pretty girls a bad rap, I guess. Maybe they've had a bad.
I get that, but everybody.
Or no, also what I've heard a lot of men, they be like, man, you can hold a conversation, or you this and that. A lot of pretty girls, it sounds like they can't talk.
That's B. That's the negative thing. Like, oh,
they be super surprised with me. They're like, oh my God, you have so much to say. You're just this. I'm like, dude,
okay, so like my celebrity crush, right? Her name is Sweetie. Gorgeous, right? This motherfucker's got a whole ass bachelor's degree from fucking USC. And she majored in something else. So like you thinking she's dumb as a box of rocks based on the way she talks. And I mean, she's sitting up there eating hot Cheetos and donuts for breakfast. You think something's wrong with and she's not a great rapper. I'm so sorry, sweetie, but you're just not the greatest rapper. But I watched an interview with her and she's like rattling off these like political
what it is
and all this stuff. And I'm just like,
I think that's what it is they just think they're just focused on being pretty and there's nothing else to them. And I think that's why guys get amazed. They're like, dang, you funny, you cool, you can talk. Like, yes, like I'm not no scary person. Like, I'll talk to you. I'm not mean. I'm gonna speak to you. Now, I won't be mean if you're being weird and disrespectful, but I have to work on my flirting. I was even told, who had told me that? We don't call everybody names. We didn't call people names, but some of the dudes in the crew. One time when I did my little live afterwards, I went like FaceTime one-on-one with some of them. One begins with the L. The other one begins with the C. Last name ends with the H. They both told me, they was like, man, Danielle, if you go approach somebody, you'll probably make a dude's day. Like, you're not ugly. I'm like, for real? They're like, Danielle, if you go approach people, because they were talking about in Austin, the women that do approach we were talking about black men, what being with white girls or whatever, are the Hispanic and the white girls. Because the black girl ain't nowhere to be found. But if y'all out there, come talk to us. Like, we want to be talked to as well. I think too, we also pretty privilege is we're pretty, you come talk to us.
Right.
I do think we do. I fall in that. So I'm like, well, if I look good, I'm sitting here cute, you better come talk to me.
Yeah.
But, and I've never had to put it, that's also, I've never had to approach no man.
You never had to put in any work. You don't.
They come and approach me, so I don't have to do anything.
You have absolutely no idea what it is to get out there and fucking hunt. You don't. I'm
not supposed to. Men are the hunters. And I'll end with that. Go find your kitty cat. Go hunt it down.
Anyway, but let me say this before we end though. Do we not have a conversation that you said that faith without works is dead? So don't you think that you have to kind of work for what you want to?
I do. Well, I gotta get out the house. Number one.
Oh God.
I gotta look approachable.
Pretty privileged. Pretty privileged.
What do you mean? What are you saying? I gotta get out the house.
So that's just the basics. I'm gonna get out the house.
I'm not done. I gotta get out of the house.
Okay.
I gotta stop wearing them furry slippers. I don't ever wear those, but I hear dudes like women. I'm tired of y'all seeing y'all in the store with the little furry slippers on and your hair pulled back in a
furry slippers and Uggs. I don't want to see it.
Like
I actually think the furry slippers over the Uggs.
Yeah, look approachable, look like you care, but not all the time. I get it. But if you trying to be seen, men are visual. When you go outside, make yourself look a little cute, you know? Not just I'm gonna be dusty, I don't care. That, and then yes, be approachable. I've been practicing not lately.
Be dusty. Anyway, go ahead.
But I have been practicing not lately, but before I would be like, I would say like, let me just start saying hi to strangers, just so I can practice speaking to people.
You don't say hi.
Some people I'll be like hi, but I'm uncomfortable. Or I'm trying to learn.
I speak to older people.
Yeah, if I see someone like older, be like, hey, but I mean like everybody. Just start practicing saying like, hi, good morning, making eye contact, like talking. Because I'll be at the gas station a lot. And outside of the bums that be talking to me, so every now and then a dude will pull up and he'll be like, hey, you look nice today. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I kind of just get into my car real quick. Like, I'm like, damn it, I could have talked to him, but I'm so scared. I'm just like, thank you, bye. Like, I don't know what to say. Could have been my husband. I'm just sitting here like, I don't know.
You ran away. You ran away.
I did. So I'm trying to.
So if you like, you should like, and I man, like it's fucking catch-22, right? Because it's like men are fucking nuts out here, like doing crazy shit. So it's like, do you want to really want that interaction? Like I heard some crazy shit. Like this one girl, she was basically in a store, right? Dude comes up, hollers at her. She don't like him. So then she basically gets followed out to her car, and she's recording him, by the way. And he's like, that's why I don't like you. You ain't even all that cute, yo, dusty ass bitch. And I was just like, well, nigga, what are we
ridiculous? I don't like that.
Just because she was like, nah. And I ain't gonna lie, I could see why my man was looking kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? But
that's scary.
Yeah, so that I can understand that. I can get that. We got to look at things both ways.
It's sad. It's sad, but as a woman, because I want to keep the peace. If a man speaks to me and says, hello, you look nice, I'll say thank you. Sometimes I don't want to say nothing. But I've been before where I don't say nothing and they call me a bitch. They call me and I'll be like, oh, you getting too aggressive. So I at least be like, thank you. Okay. But
okay.
But I remember one time there's a story of a man, these women weren't talking to him, and then he came back up and shot up he was like shooting at them. They were like sitting outside on some restaurant and just started shooting at them because they wouldn't give him the time of day. That's how I'm like, that's a whole other thing. People is crazy out here.
It's nuts. It's nuts out here.
It's a lot going on. Yeah. Pretty privileged, whatever.
I really want to have that conversation. I've been trying to convince one of our friends to get on there with her because she's a prick.
She ain't gonna come on with no camera. She already said that.
Yeah, man.
Maybe do, or maybe we could just have a picture and they can just talk.
But why not? Why can't you get on? Like, I need to see your face because, like I said, I have questions.
Or we could do it like a radio type thing. Just have her on speakerphone and just be talking to her.
No, I don't want to.
I know. I'm just, if you really want to get her on, I'm thinking that's the only way because she's not going to come on camera.
Well, really, both of them are really like that. They both.
Both of them. We went to that one podcast. They didn't want to be. I was going to be on the camera. The rest, they was like, "Nah, we're not going to be on camera." And that was a whole nother thing. And they didn't need to be on camera because it got a little crazy. That went so left.
Yeah, I did go left. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we can do that again under a better controlled environment. Maybe not too much liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
we should do an episode drinking one time.
Wow, I don't really drink like that.
Oh, you don't? Never mind.
What I'm gonna say?
I don't know. It was super random. I want to go to the Reggae Fest this year. Usually I don't care to go, but I want to go.
How you want to go this year?
I'm trying to get out the house. I'm trying to do stuff.
Trying to go mess with some smelly men? Because you're going to look at all of me. You're going to be like, ooh, you look like...
It's going to be a 420 weekend, though. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't take part in that stuff.
You're 420 friendly? See?
I'm 420 accepting. I accept people that are 420. I don't partake. Well, a funny story, but I don't know if I can tell it because
what?
I don't know.
What happened?
The only one time I went with somebody, and the day before they had a boil on their testicle. And they had to go get that thing drained.
Oh.
And they really wanted to go to the festival. So we still went. But when we were walking, it took us a whole minute because he was in pain. And then when we got to the place, he finally sat down. He couldn't get up. He was in so much pain. But poor man.
I want to go to the Reggae Fest. It was like that.
Yeah, they came in town to go to it.
Oh, that's so. Oh yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, but they were just having issues. I was like, "Why are you walking like that?" I don't know, something hurts. They went to the thing and they were like, "You didn't hear me screaming back there?" I said, "No." And I was like, "What happened?" They had to slice it and drain it. I said, "Oh. I ain't got them, but I can feel it."
Oh,
that's the only time I went. I ain't been, but I want to go be around people.
Well, we'll see how you feel when you go.
I might be in Houston at the end of this month. I'm gonna finally go to that spot where that man work at that I ain't never been.
Yeah, you should definitely hit him up.
Oh, y'all should come through, but I don't want to go by myself. Not by myself, but maybe I could get his sister-in-law to come because I don't be seeing her.
Yeah, I think that would be great for y'all to do. I think that was just for y'all.
But she don't be partying.
But that's never been her. But
I know. At that place, I feel like you gotta go in.
She's still social though. She's not anti-social.
You gotta go in there and throw it back. And I need.
You trying to go throw some ass? That's what you trying to go.
No, I want to go and have the girls be like.
You trying to go throw the?
What them girls be doing?
Damn, get the hell off this computer.
Whatever they be doing, I don't know. I ain't never been to a place where
what is going on with the sheer thing? Are you shooting a music video?
No, but I went to work today, so I had this on and got my leopard.
Dang it, you struggling to get that leg.
Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm working out. I'm sore.
Oh.
I'm about to work out after this.
Look at my body. Look at my body. Then you gonna give a liquor to lose weight?
I'm sorry, what? What'd you say? What did you say? I don't know.
I said, are you gonna give up liquor to lose weight?
No. I don't drink that much. I ain't got no alcohol in my house. I don't.
Do you drink your liquor straight?
It depends.
I see you drink that Douce. Yeah, I see you put that back.
Yeah, oh yeah. I drink. Ooh, that's your girl.
First off, I don't have nobody. Let me be very clear. I don't have anybody. If I did, I don't have no problem letting people know.
Yeah.
Try to play me.
Y'all pray for me. Tim already know, but y'all pray for me and my heart. And that's all we're gonna say about that. So,
all right, guys, make sure
until next time, this is a little bit of a longer show. I hope y'all stay with us.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you stay with us.
Yes.
Danielle, what's your socials?
I'm still at _Ella.
Danielle, we got.
I will switch it again, but I feel like they're gonna be like, "Dang, what she keeps switching it up?" So
they don't care. Instagram don't care.
We're gonna ride out this for a second, and I'll change it next for tonight, whatever.
And I'm.
And you also can find me at He Said She Said Pod TX _.
Yes. You can also find me at Tim Wayne. He Said She Said Pod. You can search He Said She Said Pod and find the well, you are taking that back like it's some wine. Ain't no damn wine, that's juice.
I get down.
That's what
all my water down too.
You gonna go work out and then come back and have some wine?
I have no alcohol here, I told you no. And plus I do intermittent fasting, so I cut off at 9.
So listen, quick thing about intermittent fasting. I did not know how much it makes your food taste better. Like, yeah, okay.
I'll be hungry.
Like, so yesterday I ate at 4:00. I didn't eat no more until 9 the next day. So today, I was starving. So I was like really hungry. So when I woke up, I was like, damn, this food. Like, I ate my food. Like, I had some grits and some toast and some eggs. I was like, damn, this shit is great. Like, why does it taste?
Why do you eat that? Well, because you work later. That's late. 4?
Yeah, but I haven't ate anything else. I'm not going to eat again tonight.
But you do 4 to 9, like 4. You start eating at 4. Wait, I'm confused. When you start eating?
No, it was just that I didn't eat until 4.
Oh,
that was my only meal of the day. I didn't eat nothing else. And then I came in and this morning I ate at 9.
I see.
So
I'm so used to, like I said, it was easy for me. I don't eat breakfast.
That's a long period of time. That's like really long.
Yeah.
But no, it was about 16 hours. About 16.
That's what you're supposed to kind of be at. Yeah.
Right. But like today, I ate breakfast this morning. I haven't eaten anything else. I've only had one meal. I'm not gonna eat anything else probably, but I've had one meal.
We need to eat more.
Why?
Your body tends to hold on to fat if you're not feeding it. So you can't just eat one meal. Like, you need to be eating enough still to give your body the.
Listen, I ate enough this morning. The calorie intake was enough this morning for me to burn that shit off.
Okay.
I had grits. I had eggs. I had sauce. No, not sausage. I had grits, eggs, toast, and bacon. That's enough.
Tim, you have a calorie intake that you need to be intaking every day. That ain't even close to what you need to take every day. If you're going to intermittent fast, you need to be taking in more calories than that.
That's a lot of 3 pieces of bacon, shrimp, toast, grits. That's a lot.
I had 2 pieces of chicken breast today with some charro beans, and then I had for dinner a small salad and some vegetarian like nuggets or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had, what else did I eat over there? A yogurt with some fruit. Which is probably I should have ate even more. Because you got to put more in your body. Yeah. You can't just eat that little bit.
Right. Okay.
In that window, you actually still need to be eating 3 meals in that window.
That's a lot. I'm not doing that.
I do too, but I snack in between. But you got to get that in you. Yeah, like your body gonna be people think, oh, you eat less, you're gonna like lose it. Now your body it's gonna hold on because it's like we don't know we're gonna eat again. So we have to store all this fat and these nutrients because he don't feed us. I just marked up my whole little counter.
With your shoe?
With my boots. I was like, ooh.
You got your boots on? You got your Mary J. Blige? Then you can't get it up that high. Oh, you got booties on. That's a difference.
I almost fell to damn chair.
If you would have fell, I would have just ended it. I cut. I would have put a little sound. And then but we got to get out of here. It's getting late. It's good.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, you gotta let it work out.
And I'm mad y'all ain't talking about the hookah spot last week. You did tell me, but you didn't tell me. We can stop. Yeah, peace out, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Be great. We out.